in the second part, we have learned how we can remove the silences from the video we uploaded on the Google Drive, right? So based on our architecture, let's move to the next step, which is generating captions from the video where we already have silences removed. So this is where we have reached in our last video. So let's build on top of it. So let me move it left. So what we could do is we could reduce the effort by just copy pasting the whole sequence here. And why I'm saying that we can do it is because once we remove the silence, in order to generate caption, we can just utilize the same flow. So let's do that. So as we know that in the last video, this is the result URL. So what we have to do is once it is processed, we go into the next flow, which is generating the captions. So let me drag it down here to make it more easily digestible. So the first thing we have to do is we have to create a job for generating captions as per our plan. So as you can see, after removing the silences, we want to generate the captions. So in order to do that, we go back to our Earnall API documentation, and then here we go to the captions API. And then after clicking on it, we know that there is this endpoint, which is captions. So we're going to copy it, come back to our flow, and instead of remove silence, we would just put the captions here. Everything remains same, the credential, auth, everything, body, JSON, using JSON, etc. The only thing changes here is because we were taking it from Google Drive, now it is coming directly from Earnall. So remove this, and then we get the result from here, and then obviously these parameters will also change. So we go back to our captions API, and then we see the payload here. So I'm going to copy this, go back here. Actually, let's remove everything and then copy paste it here. And then I can pull this U for the result. Now the captions have many options. For example, the language I need is English. I need it in the bottom of the video. I need the font size to be 24. So let me increase it, make it a little bigger. Let's say 60. I want the font color to be white. Padding top doesn't need it, but I think padding bottom is needed. So I'm going to increase it to, let's say, 90. Or 96 maybe. Outline width, we don't need outline, so let's keep it 0, and then the max per line, let's say 5 words, right? So this is how we send the request to the captions API. Now what happens is once it sends the request, it actually creates a job. We wait for a while, we check the job here from the previous node, and then we look at like what is the current status. So in order to run this whole flow, we have to click on the execute workflow here. But before we do that, I just wanted to say that I have recently uploaded another file on my folder here. This is the video. This is a 3-minute long video, and obviously it has a lot of silences in it, so you can see that it's there. I can also create the captions on the top because there's a gap here. So let me do that then. I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to say in the position, I'm going to say top, and then white, and then padding bottom, say keep 36, 30, and padding top 30. Okay, great. So that's done. So I hope, because this is my last video which was uploaded, this will be picked and then it will start processing. So let's do the click, and as I mentioned before that we're going to create the whole giant workflow, and then we are going to split it into smaller workflows like this and this to make sure that it looks easy to digest as well as it has everything in the background going on very well. So as you can see that it has picked up the file and it has created a job. Now it is checking the status for that job, and then once the status of the job is checked, it will go back and reroute the direction where the workflow should be going. So here we go, it is still processing. So while it is doing that, let me play the video for you so that you know like how long it is and then what it is about. So here is the video, and so the processing is completed. So let me show you the first output. So the first output was this. So if I open this in the browser here, you can see that it became a 2-minute 9-second video, right? So this was the first output. And then if I go back and then click the second output, which is with the caption. So this is the second output with the captions, and you can see that there is a SRT URL also. And then there you go. So it has the captions also in the video, right? So these are the two workflows. So this is how you step by step create a workflow which actually creates the overall video editing for your social media or any kind of content platform. In the third video, we will be looking into how we can pass the information from the previous node to AI and then figure out where to add zooms and then where to add the B-roll. All right. If you have any question, let me know in the comments.